extremely lax, and enforcement is almost non-existent.
If you compare Ohio really across the rest of the country, it's one of the worst programs.
The state maintains regulations meet federal standards and protect public health. Opportunity zones turned out to be not so opportune for some rural communities. The federal program is meant to boost economically distressed areas, but many have struggled to access the money. They're getting a second chance now, thanks to a new roadmap created by the Sorensen Impact Center.
A lot of folks really expected that having an opportunity zone, just being designated one, would be enough to really bring investors and capital to them. And they didn't quite understand it's a competitive market. There's more than 8,000 nationwide.
Megan Brewster helped create what she calls a blueprint to improve investment through the Opportunity Zones program, a tax incentive for economic development created under the 2017 Tax Cuts and Jobs Act. Eclipses are said to signify periods of great change and transformation. And just in time for the election, there's a total lunar eclipse coming on November 8th. For the Daily Yonder and Public News Service, I'm Roz Brown. For more rural stories, visit dailyyonder.com.
And here we go. Good morning. It looks like we're live, boys. It's KCHW 102.7 and a 3 Amigo Thursday. We can't believe it. We've got all the boys in the house, so we got to do this.
We are the 3 Amigos.
All right. Alan Milani, thank you for being here this morning. Chuck Ritchie, thank you for being here this morning.
Wow.
You guys, Chuck, what do you think? I think Alan looks like he's really cold.
It's chilly. He does. It is chilly, man.
I don't know. He looks extra cold. He does. Of course, that there's something about the carpet store on that end of the building. It's always cold in there, isn't it?
Yeah, we don't get no heat. I got my bright yellow thermals on underneath.
Wow, and I've got a Hawaiian shirt on. Losers.
I've got thermals on too, but I can't show them to you.
Yeah.
Oh, please.
No, I'll pass. Nobody wants to see that, Scott.
We don't have any rating system on that kind of stuff, so I think it's probably okay.
Oh.
Yeah. But no, you're right. Nobody wants to see that at all.
No.
I can only show you my sleeveys. It's where I keep my armies.
All right. Let's take a look at that weather and see why the boys are in their thermals this morning. 52 for a high temperature. Cloudy early with peaks of sunshine expected late in the afternoon. 40 for an overnight low. Partly cloudy this evening. Let's see, you've got a 15% chance of rain this evening. 25% for your Friday. Cloudy skies, 52 and 36 for Boo Fest. Don't forget, Boo Fest starts at 3:30 tomorrow. Trick-or-treating downtown with the kids. Saturday, 54 and 35. Let's see, we've got morning clouds and then afternoon sun for Saturday. And then Sunday right now, cloudy skies, 52 and 43. Monday, 54 and 37 with those cloudy skies continuing. Just a slight 10% chance of rain each day, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So best chance of rain tomorrow at 25%. So the weekend not looking too bad. Get hit with a 50% chance of showers on Tuesday, though, at 47. Your temperatures have really dropped like your daytime high, like 40 degrees in a week's time.
Mm-hmm.
Hard to get
They've
used to.
tanked.
Yeah.
I noticed my weather today is sunny and 64, but tonight's low is 32.
Uh-oh.
I mean, that's a big drop from 64 to 32. That's crazy.
We had the day before yesterday went out in the morning, and the stairs were covered in ice.
Oh, you didn't fall, did you, Chuck?
No. Well, one of the dogs did. That was it was kind of funny.
That's
no.
Wow.
They fall down the steps on dry days.
They fall down the steps on dry days, too?
Yeah. Well, they go outside too fast.
Oh, all excited and they're clumsy big dogs, aren't they?
They're very clumsy big dogs.
Yeah, Alan's a clumsy big dog.
Yeah, I am.
They've fallen down the stairs more times than I can count, and they just get up and keep going. They're fine.
All right. Till they get old.
Yeah.
When we fall, we don't get up that easy anymore. All right, big weekend coming our way in Chihuahua. We've got Boo Fest going on on Friday. Okay, and that's 3:30 to 5:30. Trick or treat in the downtown and area businesses. A map in the paper this week, so grab a copy of that so you can tell what businesses are doing it. Then after Boo Fest, there's a haunted house at Broadleys Taekwondo. It's awesome. They stepped up because the high school drama club, drama ended at the high school, but the drama club used to always do the haunted house. So very cool that Bradley's has stepped in. And maybe, some surprise karate chops in the dark. Maybe not. Taekwondo chops? I don't know. All right. And then, so that's your Friday. We also have opening night for The Marvelous Wonderettes, a musical at the Chihuahua Center for the Arts. So it's going to be another big weekend in Chihuahua with a movie as well. I mean a show as well. So very cool. Let's see. I lost my place on the calendar if I can get back to it. Wow. That's kind of jumpy. All right, hold on. Bear with me. Bear with me for there it comes. We're also
gonna crash.
We're going to crash. Don't say that. We already had trouble this morning. Let's see. Then we have the Marvelous Wonderettes and the Haunted House on Saturday as well. Then a matinee for the Marvelous Wonderettes on Sunday, beginning at 2:00. So, weekend full of stuff, 3 different chances to catch the new play at the Chihuahua Center for the Arts. Following weekend, a lot of stuff going on, too. The Marvelous Wonderettes will be showing again Friday and Saturday. There will be no matinee on Sunday on the second week. But they're both shows Friday and Saturday the following week at 7 o'clock. And then something very cool, Tribal Artisan Day. It's going to be Native Americans showing off their artwork at the casino, and they're also putting their artwork up for sale. And that goes on from 11 to 3. And next Saturday the 5th, Colville Valley Animal Sanctuary has a shot clinic from 10 to 12. So I think I got all the events that were released on the chamber calendar in there. Also, we've got the first Art Walk Thursday next week on the 3rd. Kind of cool. KCHW will be set up at the Aaron Huff Memorial Center, and they'll be showing off Kat Brooks's Northern Lights photography. Nice. Kind of a nice tie-in with the radio station. We sure appreciate her doing that. And so you can check out K.S. Brooks's artwork and her photos that she's I don't know if you've seen her page online, but she's been capturing the Northern Lights. They're absolutely beautiful. If you stop by and you renew your membership or get a new membership while supplies last, the new Northern Lights Light Up mug. How cool is that?
What?
See
Light
in the
up
dark.
mug?
That's right. I think they might also have some glow sticks and stuff like that to go around with the Northern Lights. So, yeah, that's right. So you're checking out the art. You can help us in our fall fundraiser and membership drive as well. So,
right. If you come back after hours, we're having an after hours rave to use up the last of the glow sticks.
And I think as far as radio is concerned, on Boo Fest tomorrow, you're also going to have a selfie opportunity at the radio station if you stop by while you're out trick-or-treating. So,
very cool.
All right. So there you go. All right. Chuck, I know you like to dress up like a giant baby and go trick-or-treating.
I'm not a baby this year. I'm going to be a Funko Pop.
Oh, no.
What is that?
They're the little characters. They're little like dolls or ornaments or whatever, but they have the great big heads. Yeah, I'm going to be a Funko Pop Jack Skellington.
So do you actually have the big head to go with?
Yes.
That'd be awesome.
Because your real head is not so big anymore.
No, it's not so big.
No.
But I have a big one.
You do have one. Okay.
And a nice warm furry onesie to go over the top of the whole thing.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Why are you not wearing it right now?
Yeah.
I don't want to get it dirty. I'm saving it for the big day.
Oh.
You think you could put it on during the break?
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe. It is chilly in here.
I mean, don't dress on camera, but yeah.
I thought you said we didn't have ratings on this show.
Oh, the radio part, not the video part. See?
Oh,
yeah.
Oh,
FCC does not control our video transmission, just the radio part.
So technically, he could dress on the show.
Yes.
Well, it just goes over the top of whatever I'm wearing anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, you can do gang signs on the video, hand signs, whatever you want. I think it's kind of for a bonus for people watching.
Nice.
Right. And I do think we're live everywhere today. I should probably check, huh? Yeah.
So speaking of live, so we had an internet outage the other day in Chihuahua. Well, you weren't affected by that. Were you affected by that, Alan? No.
Yes, I was.
Yeah. So
And up in Kettle was affected by it too. It was like a big swath of people.
We were having
Huge,
hiccups, I know.
huge.
So
Well, you know what? My internet never came back on. It stayed off. It was off for 2 days, and I'm wondering what in the world's going on. You know, and I'm chatting with people, and I'm looking up. I'm calling the Spectrum. They're like, everything's fine. It should be on. I'm like, yeah, but our internet never came back on after the outage. So we're over there checking it out and trying to reset everything. And then one of my kids pulls up this yellow cord from behind the TV, saying, "What is this for?" It was the Ethernet cord had become unplugged somehow during the outage from our router.
somehow
Never plugged back in. So I'm getting mad. Full 48 hours without internet.
you could have
Which,
had
you know,
internet.
that's how my wife works. So she wasn't able to work. No TV.
That makes it extra rough.
Yeah, big time.
And we just had to go click, and our internet was back on.
I was going to say you had to reboot your router, but it was easier than that, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
All
One
right.
of those things makes you feel really stupid, you know?
I hate that.
Yeah.
All right. Kanye. You know, I'm not going to call him Ye because he wants me to. Kanye West in the news like crazy yesterday. I actually had a good
Call
time.
him anything.
You know, I hate the wackos. I shouldn't be a hater, but I do hate the wackos. So I had a lot of fun trolling all the posts about him last night, reading the comments on Facebook, and I guess it's probably wrong to glee in someone else's trouble, but
Schadenfreude.
what?
Was it Schadenfreude or Schadenfreude? Schadenfreude?
Where you
The-
revel
the
in
fe-
somebody
the-
else's pain?
Yes. Yeah.
Well, it's just because of all the stupid things he says and does that when you watch it finally come full circle, I don't know. There's some kind of sick enjoyment of that. I did post one thing on some of the comments in one of the stories, and I said, I can't wait till I can say, yay, he's gone. So, because I think that's what he's the artist, Ye, the artist formerly known as Kanye West. So,
Is it yay or ye?
I don't know. I'm going to say
it's
Ye.
Ye.
It is
YE.
It's to go with his Yeezy brand, which is all the problem since he made anti-Semitic comments. If you haven't been online and see this, all the apparel stores, I think there's one more to go. All the apparel stores that carried his line of product called Yeezy, if I'm probably saying that wrong too, have dropped his product line. They say he lost $2 billion in one day, and he was only worth like $2.5 billion. So he's still got $500 million left, but really taking it hard in the pocketbook. And then I find this really enjoyable because he's already, taken his foot and shoved it in his mouth really hard and lost all these contracts. And then in order to try and make things better and maybe find a new client to carry his products, he goes to Skechers. Well, he'd been making anti-Semitic comments, and he didn't even bother. This is how dumb the guy is. He didn't even bother to do his research before he went and tried to pitch his clothing line to him to read Skechers is owned by Jewish people. And they promptly had him escorted out of their offices in California. So
They showed him the door.
So, and that's the thing. When you're job hunting, you should always do research the company you're applying at, right?
Exactly.
So I found that probably the most amusing part of it is that he went to a Jewish-owned business and tried to pitch him, or I guess they didn't let him pitch him, something like that. All right.
I wouldn't either.
All right. Did either of you pull up any comments online? Because some of them are kind of fun. That are clean enough to share?
Mm-mm.
No? Okay.
No, I didn't.
All right. So you didn't listen to my directions.
I didn't at all.
All right.
I looked, but all I could find was a bunch of opinion pieces.
Okay. Well, we don't need no opinions.
No.
All right. Moving along this morning, the world's dirtiest man.
Yeah, he's gone.
Wait, stop talking about me.
Passed away at 94. Okay. This is the thing is he never took a bath because he was afraid he'd get sick if he bathed. Something happened during his childhood. So he'd never taken a bath. And here's the headline. World's dirtiest man dead at 94, not long after taking his first bath.
Wow.
2 days.
So he was right.
Wow. I mean, he lived to 94 without ever cleaning himself. That's impressive.
It is
Oh
impressive.
man, you should see a picture of the guy.
I can put it up. It's if you're eating your breakfast, you might want to
Don't look.
you might want to not look at this. Actually, I can't put it up. I'm on the wrong computer. Sorry. All right. Maybe I could superimpose him over Alan.
No.
But yeah, so now there's a new Dirtiest Man, and of course, a chance for all of us to, maybe step into that. But apparently, Kale Singh can now be the world's dirtiest man. He is a Hindu, and let's see, they reported in 2009 he has not bathed since 2009. So definitely some potential there.
Oh, dude, yeah, that guy's dirty. Wow.
I don't get it because, I mean, you go camping, you go a few extra days without a shower. It's generally a big problem. I mean,
Right.
like for me, so how could you go that entire time and not take a bath?
There's lovely pictures of him smoking 4 cigarettes at a time.
He has quite a little history and following, which is, I guess, kind of nice. Here we go. Picture. I'm gonna.
Darn
I'm,
hippies.
I'm gonna swap the guys out for the world's dirtiest man. Give you a little shot. Oh no, sorry. I almost removed Alan into the world's dirtiest man position. All right, if you're watching online, there he is. You got a little shot of him, and he is definitely very dirty. So,
Dirty.
All right. What's the longest you've ever been without a shower, Alan?
Gosh, I don't know. Probably a day and a half, 2 days. That's about it.
Oh, that's about
Wow.
it. I think maybe camping, like on a long camping trip. But even then, you kind of hunt down a bath.
Right.
Or use a baby wipe or something.
I couldn't imagine the smell. How far would you have to stand away from that? All right. Texas governor. Wow, or off in Texas. Let's see what this headline says here. It's got a lot of guns on it. Texas goes permitless on guns and police face an armed public. So don't make people in Texas mad. We already knew this, but it's even a little worse. Now, this starts off with a story, and this is a horrible story. Tony Earls hung his head before a row of television cameras staring down, his life upended days before Earls had pulled out his handgun and opened fire, hoping to strike a man who had just robbed him and his wife at an ATM in Houston. Instead, he struck Arlene Alvarez, a 9-year-old girl seated in a passing-by pickup, and killed her.
Yikes.
Mr. Earls licensed to carry, a reporter asked during the February news conference in which his lawyer spoke for him, and he said he didn't need one. Everything about that situation, we believe and contend, was justified under Texas law. Grand jury later agreed, declining to indict Earls at all.
Wow.
For any crime. So he never even got in trouble. Maybe there's a civil suit, going on for the death, but he never suffered any kind of legal problems for shooting the girl. The shooting was part of what many sheriffs and police leaders, district attorneys in the urban areas of Texas say has been an increase in people carrying weapons and spur-of-the-moment gunfire in the years since the state began allowing most adults 21 or over to carry a handgun without a license. At the same time, mainly in rural counties, other sheriffs said they had seen little change, and proponents of gun rights said more people lawfully carrying guns could be part of why shootings have declined in some part of the states. It's far from an outlier. Texas, with its new law, joined what has been an expanding effort to remove nearly all restrictions on carrying handguns. When Alabama's permitless carry law goes into effect in this January, half of the states in the nation, from Maine to Arizona, will not require a license to carry a handgun. This is a huge change. And I think it's kind of a backlash from the fears of maybe having our gun rights taken away because of all the shootings and stuff. But kind of crazy, even here in the state of Maine. You can pack a gun without a license. State-by-state legislative push has coincided with federal judiciary that has increasingly ruled in favor of carrying guns and against state efforts to regulate them. But Texas is the most populous state to do away with handgun permit requirements. 5 of the nation's 15 biggest cities are in Texas, making the permitless approach to handguns a new fact of life in urban areas to an extent not seen in other states. Well, what has been happening with that? Oh, man, all sorts of new gun violence problems, especially in situations at parties where people are drunk. Getting
that's
into,
bad news.
I mean, yeah. So it's actually been a big uptick in problems because everybody in Texas is packing a gun. They've had situations where there was a fight and people started firing off guns trying to scare people to get it to stop. And like I said, at parties and all sorts of stuff. So,
You know, for or against it, I think everyone can agree. If you're gonna be drinking, leave your guns at home.
yeah, definitely.
That's just idiotic. Leave them at home with alcohol. Don't. Yeah, that's a bad combination.
Yeah, so I mean, it kind of feels like we're going wild, wild west, and things might be get solved in a lot of different ways that might not be good.
There's no such thing as a good drunk guy with a gun.
But I'd seriously I'd been thinking about going in and getting a concealed weapons permit, but now I don't have to.
Right?
You don't have to. Anybody can pack for any reason. Which, I kind of wonder what that's going to turn out like. So, 18 states now after the first of the year. So, kind of crazy.
It's crazy.
All right. I don't know if Washington is in one of them. You kind of keep up with that kind of stuff, Alan. Do you know if Washington's going to be one of the permitless carry states?
Not with current administration. No. They're Inslee's hell bent on taking our rights away and limiting us and restricting us. So,
and taxing us to literal death.
yeah, that too.
Why isn't our state needs to be audited, especially over the marijuana tax? What are they doing with this money? Why do they keep raising our gas taxes when they can impose sin taxes and put it on marijuana and cigarettes and alcohol? And where is all that money going already? I really want to know. I feel sorry for you guys. Washington is out of control with taxes.
Come January, our gas tax will exceed California's gas tax.
47, wow. Isn't it a 47-cent increase coming at you?
Yes, and that'll put us close to $1 gas tax.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
It's ridiculous.
And why are they attacking gas when they could have went after marijuana? That's what I don't understand.
I don't know.
Do the sin tax thing. Hit the candies, the soda pops, that kind of stuff, because that's where extra spending is taking place, on those kind of items that you might call fun or frivolous or that kind of stuff. Don't hit people with gasoline, which is part of their livelihood and getting to work. I mean, you're somebody who drives everywhere. That's going to hit your pocketbook, and it's totally unnecessary.
It literally drives the economy.
Literally, right?
Literally drives the economy. Something somewhere, no matter what it is that you've purchased, comes on a truck or a train that uses diesel fuel.
Yep.
Well, and I don't know if it's Washington or Colorado, but don't the cannabis funds go to the schools?
They're supposed to.
Isn't that where it's supposed to go to?
A portion of it, yeah. And a portion of it to fight drug abuse, which seems kind of odd, but okay. But yeah, so where is it actually ending up? It's not ending up where it's supposed to be. Schools are crying about budget shortfalls and not enough teachers. Where's all the marijuana money? I want to know. Right. We need a watchdog group checking into this. All right.
I have someone saying that the Washington State does not have the highest tax rate
on gasoline.
I'm not sure. I'm just getting the messages. Okay. This is from someone that works in economic development here locally.
Okay. All right. So, they'll educate us a little bit.
When it doesn't currently have the highest tax rate, no. But come January, when Inslee's new gas tax, because they wanted him to hold off on doing the gas tax, even down in California, they put a moratorium on a new gas tax while we're going through the whole thing that we're going through. And Inslee said no, he was not going to go for that moratorium.
California even did a rebate for people, a tax rebate, putting actual money in their pockets to help with the price of gasoline. So, yeah.
Yep.
All right. Let's see. Moving on. This is how I want to go out, you guys. I found it. I figured it out.
Combine?
This headline. Yeah. Radio host dies on air while doing morning show.
Oh, I saw that. I don't want that to happen. We'll do it on a Wednesday or something, not Thursdays.
Yeah. Or a Friday. I don't, either way.
It can be opinionated sometimes. It might be radio host shot while on the air. A longtime British radio host died of a suspected heart attack on Monday while presenting his daily segment on the air. Tim Go, 55, died early Monday morning while his show Tim Go at Breakfast aired live on Gen X Radio. Go was presenting the show from his home in Suffolk. See, this is just like what I do. He was remote broadcasting. Oh, man.
Dude.
Yeah. So, but I think, if that's the way to go, I think I can handle that. Just saying. All right.
But yeah, still, not on Thursdays.
You didn't want me to any other day of the week. Well, whose show do you want me to die on?
Just not ours. Is that selfish?
Do it with Mike. He's good at handling emergencies.
All right. That's good. I'm gonna tell Benson you want me to die on his show. All right.
He'd probably stay calmer than we would. I'd just turn the computer off and walk away like, oh, that didn't just happen.
I just grab some bare wires and see if I can shock myself. Yeah,
right.
It's all right.
I love you, Scott, but my way of dealing with grief is to just pretend it didn't happen. It's healthy. Speaking of grief and people dying, oh gosh, now I can't remember his name. The guy, the actor, the little short guy that just died. What is his name? Anyway, yeah, that's
Danny DeVito.
No, that's got me sad though. I know his name. I can't remember it. He's got the high pitched voice, little short guy, white hair, glasses. I can't remember his name, but
okay, but he died.
It was sad.
All right.
Yeah, he had a heart attack and then crashed his car while he was having a heart attack. Yeah.
So you're saying little people die in threes, and I should look out?
Only if you're not bathing, Scott.
Wow.
Darn it. All right, we're going to move on to bits and breaks before this portion of the show croaks.
Oh, that was good. That was
good. You like that? 4 things you didn't know yesterday. All the fishing line lost at sea in a year could wrap around the earth 18 times. More plastic you got to worry about.
That's just what I have floating around my shed.
Geico, Duracell, Dairy Queen, Fruit of the Loom, and Pampered Chef are all owned by the same parent company, Berkshire Hathaway Incorporated. Huh. Yeah. So the same people that own Dairy Queen are making batteries. A penny doubled every day for 30 days would get you over 5.3 million. That's kind of math that hurts my head. Not even going to try it.
Wow.
I don't have that long.
And the 1961 film By Love, Possessed, holds the distinction of being the first movie shown on an airplane. By Love, Possessed. Never saw it. 1961.
Interesting.
All right. Looking for some help. Bits and breaks.
Did they do it on a screen, like where they had to pull the screen down and bring out a projector? And
they must have, because,
Probably.
1961. Wow.
Definitely no flat screens.
Airplane. Man, if you get some turbulence, look out, because that projector's flying through the crowd. Bits and breaks. Al Milani, what do you got?
Yeah, on the link that you sent me?
Yeah, I sent you an email. Yeah, that's where you're
going. So I got a couple things here. The random thing that reveals a lot about a person. So what the internet says, one of the random things that reveals a lot about a person is how they react to being told they're wrong or have made a mistake.
Wrong?
Wrong?
I personally don't make mistakes, but for everyone else, that's okay.
Whatever do you mean? How they act when things don't go their way. It shows you how they problem solve. So tantrums are probably not a good thing.
No.
What they complain about. What they say about others when that person isn't around. If they throw trash on the ground or in a proper receptacle.
Mm-hmm.
Whether they return shopping carts in parking lots.
I was just going to say that one.
Right. How they respond to a question they don't know the answer to. spelling, grammar, and word choice, and how they treat their pets.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Mm.
I once had a boss that would roll down, and the first time I saw it, I was just stupefied. And we're driving, and she's smoking, and she rolls down the car and flicks her cigarette out the window.
Yikes.
And she saw the
I hate
look on
that.
my face, and she goes, I'm not having a stinky cigarette butt in my car.
Oh, man.
Other than that, I liked her.
Wow. My best friend growing up, I grew up in a very rural area, and I was a very, can I use the word redneck? I was a very rednecky little kid, and one of my best friend would actually stop the car and back up on the highway and tell you to pick up 3 pieces of trash to make up for the thing you threw out.
There you go.
Oh, my goodness.
So he kind of taught me. And I'm grateful for that, actually.
All right, Becky chimed in and said the little person that died that you were talking about, the actor Leslie Jordan.
Thank you.
Yes.
Gosh.
I think he was also like a director and a producer.
Yeah, I knew it was Leslie. I couldn't, and I know his name. I had that's what happens after celebrities die. I have like a mental block with them.
All right, and then
I don't remember their names.
Your other question was, can you say redneck on the radio? Look at the guy above you, Chuck. He's wearing flannel and a hat. No, you can't say redneck. And a vest.
And my emblem is a U.S. flag colors in there too. Yeah.
Hey, I'm former, and some of my best friends are rednecks, so that's okay.
I think he might be the redneckiest amigo, though. That's all right. That's all right.
I could probably say that without a doubt.
You guys didn't see me in the late '90s.
All flannel.
I remember once one of my college professors actually told me after some stupid rant I said, get out of my classroom, redneck, and don't come back.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, teachers used to get away with a lot more, didn't they?
Yes.
The current topic of discussion, I believe, was political correctness.
All right. Chuck, what do you got from Bits and Breaks? I sent you some goodies today, too. And we're just going to mention where it's kind of a sad start to our morning show. Our writer that writes jokes for us, his wife passed away, so we had to come up with our own jokes today.
Yeah.
All right.
Or Scott came up with some stuff for us.
But it's so tragic. His wife's been suffering from cancer, and he lost her, they say. So our morning shows, the jokes are going to get worse over the next week because our writer's taking a break as he deserves.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. So these are some strange but true inventions.
Okay.
So in the 1980s, some French women marketed a musical napkin that was placed inside a baby's diaper and played when the Saints go marching in as soon as it became wet.
That's ingenious.
Wow. A musical napkin. Does it have like that sounds like some Road to Wellness type stuff. It'll get a little short circuit in there, it gets wet. Yeah.
I wish I could get some and put them in my underwear right now and then test it live on the air. You guys would get all excited. He did it!
Yay, Scott!
All right.
He did a pee-pee.
Might be worthy of a plaque.
Yay.
But we'll be even more impressed when you actually figure out how to use the toilet, Scott. Next one is Willie Mae Calderwood of Peoria, Arizona, patented a helium-filled furniture that would float to the ceiling when not in use to allow extra floor space, and he pulled it back down by a rope as needed.
I like it.
I can get behind that.
Yeah. That's intelligent.
Yeah. Okay. I'll do that one. 1966. It was in 1966 that America's Thomas J. Bayard invented a vibrating toilet seat. Wow. Acting on the belief that physical stimulation of the buttocks is effective in relieving constipation.
Could have skipped that one.
Yeah. I think we'll move on. James Moreau, not the one from the island, not the doctor.
Okay.
Developed a bra in 1988, which surrounded the breast with water so that a buoyant force provided improved and independent support for each breasticle. But what supports the water? How does there's some physics that aren't working right here. You got it. The water sacs would still sag and be heavy.
Chuck, you should probably just leave this one alone, is what I'm thinking.
I can't. My brain's not wrapping around this one.
Let it go.
This seems like it would make the problem worse.
It does seem like it would make the problem worse.
Yeah.
All right. I was really trying hard to find the Saints Go Marching home song.
Because isn't a bra like part of it supposed to be to relieve the back pressure that comes from supporting the weight already?
Exactly. Yeah. Here we go. Should I have that look on my face?
Wow.
All right, stand by because I might have to go again later.
What's the old Steve Martin thing from the Jerk? You know, can I go to the bathroom?
Yeah, no, or yes. And
Thank
then he
you.
goes, thank you.
Thank you.
But I never left the table. All right. Let's see. Bits and breaks continuing. Wow. This one. What items under $50 drastically improved your life? You guys can see if you can come up with some of your own. Something you've bought in under $50 that drastically improved your life. People listed things like a meat thermometer, no more guessing internal temperatures, perfectly cooked every time. I like that. Wireless earbuds. You'll wonder how you ever worked or worked out around the house with wires hanging from your face. Whoops. Well, coffee grind. I'm old school. I got wired stuff.
Yeah,
now I shook my head and it fell out too.
And this is why Scott doesn't work out.
That's right, because my headphones fell out. Not gonna risk it. Coffee grinder. I can't see that changing my life at all. Electric
Changes
toothbrush.
my life every day.
Electric toothbrush. I can truly say it saved me money at the dentist. I'll kind of go along with that. I love my water pick. I think that's awesome. Except getting used to brushing and having to keep your mouth open when let stuff come out all the time, because you can't hold all that water in your mouth. You choke to death. I'm sure somewhere at some point in time somebody is choked to death on a water pick.
Probably.
Alan.
Technically, I wasn't dead. I just passed out.
That's awesome. 10-foot USB extension cable for my phone. Oh, yeah, that can change your life. And I love these. Electric kettle. Like hot tea or pouring coffee, it's a must-have. Electric kettle. All right. I think, Alan, yes? Anything that under $50 that changed your life, either of you?
Yes, elastic shoelaces.
Really?
Changed my life.
Really? That's a thing?
Now I no longer get winded tying my shoes. I can just slip them on.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
If you get
changed my life forever.
If you get winded tying your shoes, it might be another problem.
Well, I look like I'm carrying around a basketball up front. So yeah.
Oh. Nah.
I'm surrounded by cheap things that have changed my life.
Really?
You tell you what, I got a new thing. It was sponsored. It was fueled. The idea was fueled by a TikTok video, right? I got this metal or plastic welder. I just got it yesterday in the mail, and I'm hoping it'll change my life. It's like this little gun. It's got 2 prongs, and you stick these little metal wiggly wires in it, and they get hot, and you stick that inside broken plastic, and then you snip the little wires off, and you can sand it smooth and put epoxy on it or whatever, and it's a plastic welder.
Wow.
Come test it on my door handle in my truck.
And it reinforces broken plastic pieces. Yeah. I'm so excited to use it. I haven't used it yet.
It sounds much better than my hot glue gun.
Come use it on my truck, Chuck.
But I don't know if I'll let you use it. I don't know if I want to be responsible for that, Alan.
He's pretty possessive over
that
his
truck is worth almost as much as my house, Alan.
My inside door handle has a crack in it. It needs to be reinforced.
All right.
That's exactly what it's for.
Can you guys do a video of that?
Oh, maybe. It leaves it rough, and you have to finish it or put a little epoxy on there and sand it down and paint it or whatever. But yeah, it gets it nice and strong, supposedly.
Cool. All right. That sounds fun. Hasn't changed your life yet, but he's holding out hope that it has a potential, I guess.
Well, I got it because my daughter has broken her glasses like 3 times in the last month. Ooh. And if we had that, then we could just, it keeps like breaking at the earpiece. And then I broke mine the same exact place. So.
All right, Alan, you got a question to pose for me and Chuck. This one could be kind of fun.
The science questions or the random, let's see.
I like the one at the top.
What sauce do you use on your fries if you can't use ketchup?
Yeah, what if ketchup didn't exist? That seems horrible. All right, but I already know. I already know. But
I'm a tartar kind of guy.
For your fries?
I love tartar sauce.
You know, I think that is a very specifically Eastern Washington regional thing because I've never seen that anywhere else. But it is good, tartar sauce on fries.
The rest of the country just doesn't know.
Can I say fry sauce because that includes ketchup in it, I believe.
Yeah, so if ketchup didn't exist, you could not use fry sauce.
Honey mustard.
Honey mustard. Oh,
honey mustard.
They're good on JoJo's, but not fries.
I think honey mustard is good on a spoon.
He's like peanut butter.
I love honey mustard. I love it.
Rip the corner off a packet of honey mustard and start pouring.
All right.
Or that I hate to promote the business, but the Chick-fil-A sauce is unreal.
What's in it?
I don't know. I have no idea, but chicks? It's probably, but it's delicious.
Wait a minute.
You get custard if you squeeze them hard enough. Sorry.
Gross.
All right, so I have the best thing to put on fries ever. And if you try it, you will not even care about the ketchup. You won't even use it anymore. Are you curious?
Really? Yeah. It's not mustard.
It is not mustard. Country gravy.
Okay.
That would be good.
Oh, it's like to die for. If you have country gravy, and I'm not talking sausage gravy, which you can't. It's got to be country gravy. If you have country gravy, and you dip your fries in it, you will never want to eat them any other way.
Like the white gravy, right?
Yeah. White pepper without the sausage. So it's basically sausage gravy without the sausage, but it is.
Isn't that what's the Canadian thing where it's like cheese and gravy over French fries?
Okay, yeah, it's probably very similar. I was told one time if you like even at McDonald's down south, you can get gravy for your fries.
Huh.
So
that's pretty awesome.
But I heard they serve squirrel too. No.
Wow,
that was a joke.
So KFC, and this is one of the only good reasons to go to Texas. The KFC in Texas has steak fingers. Like everywhere else, they have chicken fingers, but only KFCs in Texas have steak fingers. They're like little breaded pieces of steak, and they come with bread and gravy and French fries. And that
should be a thing
unreal.
Everywhere.
It should be, but it's only in Texas.
Yeah,
because they're made from the fingers of Texans.
Yeah, probably. It's not fair.
Sorry.
I'm with you on the poutine thing, though, Chuck.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I cannot.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it.
No, they got to change the name.
Poutine. Yeah. It sounds like a bodily function when you're ill.
Had the flu and a whole bunch of poutine.
I poutined all week.
Had to go there, didn't we? Yep.
Well, thanks for ruining that one for me.
Sorry.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. I can't do the radio show. I was up with poutine all night last night.
I hope you weren't eating it.
Wow.
Hold up. This just in.
Attention, idiots.
All right. All right. We covered ketchup completely. All right. And we're going to move on to what Scott thinks about in the shower. Always mildly disgusting. I love it.
I'm always interested to know.
Isn't everyone? All right.
Right?
Yeah. When a house has no security alarm, squeaky doors become more of a pro than a con.
Yes.
You can know somebody sneaking into your bedroom when you're, unless it's a cat.
Probably would wake me up anyway.
I think being a cat makes it worse.
Ooh, yeah.
Isn't the door just, if you're in bed, you're not going to see the floor. You can just see the door go.
Scary. That's right. All right.
It would especially be bad since I don't have a cat.
That'd be extra scary then, right? And don't you have a little dog with the big dogs, though?
Yeah, we have 2 little dogs and 2 big ones.
That's what I thought. In addition to being experts at surgery, surgeons must be experts at resisting the urge to itch their nose. It's true.
That's why they have the surgical assistants.
Yes. Itch my nose. I've seen that on a movie before. I don't know if it happens in real life, but where she itched the doctor's nose. New technology with all the bells and whistles likely doesn't either have a bell or a whistle in it. It's true. Maybe some of us can't sleep at night because we were meant to live on the other side of the planet.
Maybe.
Guys, think about that all day, okay?
Maybe I'm secretly Australian.
Most people that you know have a memory of you that you have no memory of.
Really?
Yeah, that's deep, isn't it? That's me, totally deep. Why doesn't anybody dress as Santa for Halloween?
Weird.
All right. And the last thing I thought about in the shower this morning, it's completely dark inside my body.
That can't be entirely true.
Well,
I mean, if you put a flashlight up to your hand, you can see through your hand.
Don't ruin it for me.
Sorry.
No, you got the wrong number. This is 912.
All right, it's KCHW Chihuahua. Chuck Ritchie, I think you have a little more information for us this morning, don't you?
I do. So yeah, there is an optimal time to do everything.
Okay.
And there's the best time for everything.
All right.
So this one is the hardest thing you'll do all day, and the best time for it would be the early morning.
I agree
you're
with
stressed.
that.
I disagree about anything early morning except this show.
Okay.
Your stress hormone cortisol rises just before waking, increasing your blood sugar level, giving you the energy and momentum to manage difficult situations effectively. I can't manage anything before noon.
Really?
I do not function in the mornings. I never have. Doesn't matter if I get 12 hours of sleep or 2. I'm the same. Mornings are not good for me.
I found out I get dumber as the day goes on.
I find I'm most effective at doing things, and I can focus the best between, I would say, like, if I'm actually actively up and doing stuff, between like 10 p.m. and 2 a.m.
Okay.
And unless I, like, if I'm sitting on the couch, I'm asleep. But if I'm like up doing stuff, I can function the best in the middle, like midnight, 2 a.m. Especially cleaning the house and stuff. So, make a presentation. 10 a.m. is the morning when your voice is most rested. And by 9 or 10, you've had a chance to drink some water. A good dose of hydration will eliminate early morning raspiness. See, we shouldn't do these shows until 10, Scott.
It's 10 here.
There you go.
It's 10 o'clock somewhere.
Why do you think I moved, Chuck? I couldn't get up at 7 anymore.
Right? I don't blame you. The best time to make major strategic decisions is late morning. Your body temperature is rising, your alertness is up, your brain's ability to process information is at its best at late morning. Okay. The best time to make your move on the opposite sex or same, 11:55 a.m. If you're lusting after a coworker, don't do this though. If you're lusting after a coworker, ask him or out just before lunch. When his or her mood is likely to be the best. People are usually more receptive right before they leave for lunch because their minds aren't cluttered with what they have to do that day or what they're planning to do when they get home.
I like this.
I don't know.
The ugly people know who they are.
Those are the one that you wait till 12:15.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've never been a fan of the lunch break because then I get more stressed about all the things I'm not doing. I get stressed about the things I'm not doing and the things I could be doing instead of taking a lunch break, and then I don't enjoy my lunch break, and then I eat, and then I crash, and then I'm not functional again for another 2 hours after I eat. Yeah. The best time to read tedious reports with lots of numbers in them is the early afternoon. Your vision is often a bit blurry in the morning and sharpens after a few hours.
Okay.
Best time to eat a snack is 2 p.m. It says eat a handful of nuts. The protein will increase your energy, and the fat will keep you full until dinner.
Okay.
No, I eat nuts all day, every day. It's an addiction. Best time to fire somebody is anytime, really. It says mid-afternoon. Even if you have to ruin your employee's day, you don't have to ruin their lives. Heart attacks are more likely to hit in the first 3 hours after you wake up than at any other time.
Wow.
Oh my God! I just got a text from a girl, and it says, "Call me at 11:55."
Oh wow!
Oh, thank you.
Wait, where's my calendar?
Chuck, your bit worked. Oh my God!
Nice.
Wasn't even trying.
That's it. The show
But
has
Kate-
finally hit its peak.
Yeah, show's over. Gotta go get cleaned up for my phone call. Hold on a minute. I got to do this too.
Thank you.
Oh no.
Yeah, I really want that thing that what was it? A napkin that plays?
It was a napkin, yeah.
That plays the Saints go marching home when it gets wet, and you put it in diapers. Okay.
I've got an Arduino kit and a soldering iron. We could figure something out, Scott.
A what kit?
What?
And Arduino, it's like a circuit kit, with resistors and stuff to make electronic things.
It sounds like he's gonna hurt me.
Yeah. We can figure that. It might be a little scratchy, but we'll figure something out.
All right. What was your last one, Chuck? When's the best time to fire someone?
I do believe I read that one.
Oh, you did? Okay, I missed
I
it.
did. Yeah, it was mid-afternoon. Yeah.
It's okay. I had to go to the bathroom. Yeah.
You were busy with your text.
Oh,
I don't blame you. That would be distracting.
It was very distracting, especially.
That was real. I thought you were making that up.
No, I actually got a text that said, "Call me at 11:55."
Yeah, I heard Yoda.
Yeah. Woohoo.
That's a promising sign,
It
Scott.
is. It is. It's awesome. All right.
And apparently it's somebody that's listening.
It's too bad it was my mom.
Ow.
Oh no.
Man, I was rooting for you too.
I know.
Man.
All right.
Wow.
Alan has a science test for me and Chuck.
Do.
All right.
So these are true and false questions. I guess you both can answer if you would like. The Great Wall of China is the only man-made structure visible from space. True or false?
True.
I'm going to say false because I heard that up in the space station they can see lots of different things.
They can. So that myth is actually false.
Okay.
Astronauts can spot the Great Wall from low Earth orbit, along with plenty of other things like the Giza pyramids and even airport runways. But they can't see the wall from the moon.
Ooh.
The next one, true or false, yawning is contagious.
Yes.
I'm gonna go with true.
You would both be correct. It is in fact true. Empirically, this is tough to deny. The real question is whether there's actually something physiological at work here. And the answer is likely yes. Even chimpanzees mimic each other's yawns.
You ever tried to do it to your pet?
Yeah.
It works.
I haven't.
It works.
Does it?
Oh, you can get your dog to yawn. Totally.
No
Totally.
kidding.
Get my cat to yawn. Do it all the time when I'm bored.
You know, when my kids were babies, I would hold them, and the way I would get them to fall asleep would be to pretend to fall asleep myself, and they would go out like a light.
Wow.
Nice.
You know, you kind of do the slow sort of nod, and yeah.
Well, and you know,
Take it
and
right
speaking of yawning, this is the first week that Chuck hasn't yawned during the show. Have you noticed?
What?
Because he's not just now waking up. He's probably been up all night.
The morning is young. No, I went to bed
Did you?
at some time in the AM.
I think it's the past 2 weeks he's yawned on the morning show.
Nice.
Yeah.
It is.
All right, keep
Not
going.
today.
Finally, true or false, it takes 7 years to digest gum.
False. You do not digest gum.
It stays with you forever.
And well, you'll pass it. You'll pass it through, just like anything else.
All right,
It won't
I'm
stay in
going to
there.
go with Chuck. It passes through.
True. This is false. While it may prove a bit more difficult to break down than organic foods, Chewing gum gets no special treatment from the digestive system. Doctors figure this old wives' tale was invented to prevent kids from swallowing the rubbery substance.
Scare tactics.
Scare tactics.
Yeah. So why'd my mom always tell me not to eat the watermelon seeds, that watermelons would grow out my ears? What was the purpose of that?
No, because that's how babies are made, Scott. Don't you know anything?
No, wow. Apparently not.
I should have about 15 million kids. I like watermelon.
A lot. All right, we are looking at 8:24 Chihuahua time. We've got to thank our sponsor and go to break. When we come back, Chuck, you going to be able to put on the giant head you have for Halloween, or was that a joke?
Oh, I can put the head on. I don't know if I'll put the onesie on, but I'll go grab the head.
Chuck in a onesie.
I'll go grab it. It takes a minute, and I want to go get a snack during our break. So.
All right. We're going to break. It's KCHW Chihuahua. We hope when we come back, you'll be here too. It's your morning show with the three amigos. Did he say break time?
Break time.
Out of her.
Don't forget, you can listen online too at kchw.org.
You're listening to 102.7 KCHW Chihuahua.
Your KCHW morning. (509-935-6414). KCHW FM thanks God-fearing brothers for supporting public radio in Stevens County.
The Public News Service NOAA Newscast, October the 27th, 2022. I'm Mike Clifford. Policy analysts say Wisconsin still has one of the strictest voter ID laws in the country. A nonpartisan group is carrying out efforts to help marginalized residents overcome barriers so they can cast a ballot.
The midterm election is less than 2 weeks away, and Nick Ramos of the group Vote Riders says he's busy providing guidance on securing the necessary documents, such as a birth certificate, for those who face challenges in obtaining the needed identification to vote. He says when helping black voters, there's a sentiment that they're especially burdened by the law.
It almost becomes like this feeling of apathy. There's so many hurdles that I have to jump through to try and be able to vote. So, why should I bother?
Ramos is the group's coalition coordinator in Wisconsin. He says they assist with things such as document fees and transportation. The state's voter ID law was adopted in 2011, but largely remained shelved until 2016 due to legal battles. Republicans who pushed for it say it's meant to protect against fraud, but opponents say it's a form of voter suppression. I'm Mike Moen.
Meantime, this Friday, October the 28th, is Vote Early Day, and with early voting already underway in Missouri, there are a few things to remember.
Missourians can cast a no-excuse absentee ballot in person between now and November 7th as long as they have a non-expired state or federal photo ID. Jeanette Senecal with the League of Women Voters says the intention of Vote Early Day is to help familiarize people with the voting process.
The goal here is to really help people navigate the process so that they can cast their ballot
without any problems. And if there is a problem that arises when they go to the polls, they can figure out what the problem is and they have time to address it.
There are 18 Vote Early Day celebrations across the state. For locations and information, visit voteearlyday.org. Brett Pivoto reporting.
In the upcoming election, Missourians have 5 ballot measures to decide. Now, from the Washington Post, former Trump White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows must testify before a Georgia grand jury investigating Republican efforts to reverse the 2020 presidential election results. In the state, a South Carolina judge ruled on Wednesday. The Post reports the Fulton County DA, Fannie Willis, has said her inquiry is examining the multi-state coordinated efforts to influence results of the 2020 election in Georgia and elsewhere. South Carolina Circuit Judge Edward Miller ruled Wednesday Meadows must comply with a subpoena as his testimony is material and necessary to the investigation. And the state of Georgia is assuring not to cause undue hardship to him. This is PNS. Educators say they are deeply concerned but not surprised with newly released test results showing how far Michigan students have fallen during the pandemic.
Results from the National Assessment of Educational Progress showed 4th and 9th graders scored significantly lower in math and reading skills this year than they did prior to the COVID crisis. Data from the September release of standardized test scores showed some of the steepest learning declines for Michigan students in a half-century. Thomas Morgan with the Michigan Education Association says major changes are needed to the state's education system.
Teachers and students and parents have been through so much with the pandemic and with virtual learning, school violence, and the student mental health crisis. We need to focus right now on structural issues to get our schools back up to full capacity.
According to the Michigan Department of Education, the state's 4th and 9th graders scored at or below the national average in math and significantly below average in reading. Between 2019 and 2021, Michigan 4th graders dropped from 32nd to 43rd place in state rankings, while 9th graders dropped from 28th to 31st. Mark Richardson reporting.
And employees of the Tacoma Art Museum have collected more than 400 signatures of community support as they seek to unionize the institution, which was founded way back in 1935.
Stephen Rue prepares exhibits at the museum and says a majority of workers have indicated they want to join the Washington Federation of State Employees and become the state's first museum with unionized workers across departments. Rue believes a recent management resignation and other disruptions suggest it's the appropriate time for more employee engagement.
Unionizing would solidify our voice as the workers, but also give us a voice in order to implement those changes that need to be made.
Workers are seeking voluntary recognition for the union from museum management, but haven't heard if that will be accepted. I'm Roz Brown.
Finally, our Danielle Smith lets us know a report by the Sierra Club says Georgia Power is not doing enough to transition to cleaner energy sources.
In the analysis, Southern Company and most of its subsidiaries, including Alabama Power and Georgia Power, received failing grades when their actions were compared to their public positions on renewable power. Charlene White with the Sierra Club's Beyond Coal campaign in Georgia says Southern Company's promise to reach net zero carbon emissions by 2050 is a step in the right direction, but it has yet to take the steps necessary to decarbonize.
But numbers don't lie. Southern Company still heavily relies on fossil fuels to power our grid.
This is Mike Clifford. Thank you for starting your day with Public News Service, member and listener supported, on radio stations big and small, your favorite podcast platform. Find our trust indicators at publicnewsservice.org.
KCHW 102.7 FM, the music education station, is pleased to announce its first fully produced syndicated radio program that's available to public radio stations worldwide. It's called Swinging with Dr. Jazz, and you can hear it locally at 6 p.m. every Sunday night, right here on Northern Lights Public Radio. Each episode features 6 swing-era bands from the 30s and 40s. Swinging with Dr. Jazz, Sundays at 6 on KCHW 102.7 and online at northernlightspublicradio.com.
Oh, man, that is awesome. Wow.
I love the suit.
Wow, that is incredible. I always thought maybe he was joking, but he actually does have a giant head for Halloween.
Yes, he does.
Wow. You're going to look great.
And this onesie.
And you got your onesie on, too. That's why you were late getting back. So it's a bonus if you're watching on Facebook or YouTube or the website today because, yeah, Chuck said, and he didn't do it on camera. But, no, that is a great costume.
Fantastic.
Wow. I would give you candy. Totally.
Should I leave it on for the show? I don't know if you can hear me.
No, it sounds like you're talking through a diaper.
Yeah.
And I can't see the mouse with it, so.
Yeah, that probably wouldn't work very well. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh. but keep the onesie on no matter how hot you get, okay?
Yeah.
I will. I will.
All right. Only here, folks.
We are the Three Amigos.
All right. Starting off segment number 2 with local birthdays with Alan Milani.
Today,
yes?
October 27th, we have Evan Shepard, Gary Roach, and Ryan Forsberg.
All right. Applause all the way around. Know him, you love him, see him around town, point and laugh. Told him we talking about him on the radio. Yes. All right. Celebrity birthdays. Are you with us, Chuck, or you need me to take over for you?
I am. I got it.
All right.
So John Cleese, the co-founder of Monty Python, is 83 years old.
He's so funny.
That he is. Author Fran Lebowitz. Is it Lebowitz or Leibovitz?
Leibowitz. I don't know. Witz.
Okay. It's 72. One of the menagerie of Trump's ex-wives, Marla Maples, is 59. Kelly Osbourne is 38. And Troy Gentile, who apparently was Barry in the Goldbergs, is 29.
No idea who that was. All right.
I know that's a show, but I've never seen it.
It's Nylon's birthday as we take a look at history. 1938, DuPont announced a name for its new synthetic yarn, nylon. People have been robbing banks with it ever since. 1997, Dow Jones Industrial Average tumbled 554.26 points, forcing the stock market to shut down for the first time since the 1981 assassination attempt on President Ronald Reagan. Then on to 2004 for baseball fans. Boston Red Sox won their first World Series since 1918, beating the St. Louis Cardinals 3-0 in Game 4. Okay. And then
I was knocked over my water.
Happy dance. 2004, a theater in Hamburg, Germany began offering live commercials for anything from soap to beer to kitchen appliances performed by actors before and after performances. I like this.
Oddly enough, we were just about to announce that for the radio station. So any local businesses wanting some new advertising, that's what we're going to start doing from now on.
Performed live on the air. I think the theater should do this. I think the theater should. That could be fun.
Definitely should. Definitely should.
All right. Let's see. 2006 on Long Island, New York. Patrick Conaway donned a ski mask and attempted to hold up a gas station. He made the mistake of not trying the mask on before pulling the heist, and in the middle of the crime, he got so frustrated at not being able to see, he pulled the mask up to get a better view. Unfortunately, he gave the clerk a better view, too. Clerk recognized him as a former employee of the store.
Nice.
Let's see. Officials, 2007, put online a 16 billion pixel image of Leonardo da Vinci's Last Supper. High resolution allowed experts to examine details of the 15th century wall painting that they otherwise could not, including traces of drawings Leonardo put down before the painting.
Wow.
All right.
Impressive.
Yes.
That would be cool to see.
2014, Walmart said it was sorry for labeling women's plus-size Halloween costumes as fat girl costumes on its website. Ouch. Why'd you put your head down, Alan?
I can't believe they thought that was okay.
I think they just had a web design guy that was feeling his oats or something and put that in.
Wow.
I don't think that was corporate sanctioned, but you never know.
That is crazy.
Huh. I'm going to skip the next one. 2020, a record 69.5 million Americans had already voted a week before Election Day. Dun, dun, dun. All right. And on to special events we go. I think it's back to Alan Maloney. Yes.
Yes, it is. Today is American Beer Day. Thank God for microbrews.
So fizzy, yellow, flavorless beer or like microbrew day?
Just beer. American beer.
Okay.
Boxer shorts day. A little bit cold for that.
Especially if it's your only attire, Alan.
Right. I was going to say it's always a little cold for that. For my...
Cranky Coworkers Day, Scott.
What? What? I'm cranky.
Today is also Potato Day.
All right.
And World Occupational Therapy Day.
Huh. All right.
Well, you could give some potatoes to your cranky coworker while you're wearing your boxers, and that would be their therapy for the day.
Excellent.
Only if you top it off with a beer.
That's true. That's true.
You guys are so good at combining things.
They all go together. All these special events, there's a reason for this.
That's why we do the show. Huh.
Right?
Mostly.
The following program is closed captioned for the thinking impaired.
Which one is it?
I want to ask you a bunch of questions. I want to have them answered immediately.
Why did we all raise our hands? All right, trivia questions, guys. You ready?
Yes.
I'm ready.
All right. When putting on our socks, 90% of us do what?
Sit down.
Yes.
That is excellent. I'll give you credit, both of you, for that. But it is not the answer I'm looking for. But I bet you, can you
start with the right foot?
No.
No.
Alan, picture yourself putting on your socks. What do you do first after you've sat down?
Wipe off the bottom of my foot.
What have you been stepping in?
I don't know. There's stuff everywhere.
Chuck was really close.
Get out the baby wipes.
Chuck was really close with his last guess.
Sucking the tummy really tight.
Picture your... That's what... Yeah, okay. We got the sitting down. We got the sucking your stomach. Is it impossible for a fat guy to stand up and put on a sock? All right. Which one do you do first? Picture it.
You know, I usually do my left.
Chuck?
I usually do my right.
Well, Alan's in the 90 percentile. 90% of us put on our left sock first, whether standing or sitting. All right. Average. You're weird, Chuck. Weird. Weird.
No.
Average American eats 20 pounds of this a year.
Sugar.
Italians eat 60.
Pasta.
That was too easy. Huh. Shouldn't have given you the answer, right?
Mm-hmm.
What was I thinking? All right, more trivia. Around 4.1...
I was almost thinking olives, but, you know.
All right. 4.1 million people worldwide have this birthday-related thing in common. 4.1 million people worldwide have this birthday thing in common.
Time of birth?
Birthday? The same birthday?
Yeah, but it's a little more than that. 4.1 million is a kind of a small number. 4.1 million people worldwide have this birthday-related thing in common.
Have a relative that shares a birthday.
Negative.
No.
I don't have a clue.
Let's see if anybody on Facebook is helping you. No, sirs.
No help at all.
No help at all. They were born on a leap year. The 29th. Yeah, okay. Only 4.1 million. All right.
Oh, that seems high for that. Wow.
All right.
I never would have thought of it.
I actually do share a birthday with my dad. We have the same birthday.
Very cool. Yeah, my family is like four of them had birthdays in March. Kind of crazy. All right, to solve this old-time mystery, gentlemen. All right, man was found murdered Sunday morning. His wife immediately called police. The police questioned the wife and the staff and got these answers. The wife said she was sleeping. The cook was preparing breakfast. The gardener was gathering vegetables. The maid was gooding the mail. The butler was polishing his shoes in the pantry. The police instantly arrested the murderer. Who did it and how did they know?
The one getting the mail in the morning, because mail doesn't come till the afternoon.
I'm going to give it to you, Chuck, but it was the maid, and then it was because there's no mail on Sunday, so slightly wrong.
Oh, it was Sunday. I missed that part.
Yeah. Well,
that makes sense.
Sometimes I talk too fast. All right.
What if you didn't? Sometimes I don't check the mail on Saturday, and I get it on Sunday instead.
Sometimes.
Right?
Wrongly accused.
Yes, you could be wrongly accused because what if you didn't check it on Saturday and then you just went out and got it on Sunday? Exactly right.
Right.
Someone else could have killed him. All right, here's a chance for you guys to give the wrong answer and make people laugh. All right, good luck. Answer wrong and win. For you, Alan, name the holiday where children dress up in costumes and collect candy.
Easter.
Huh. I like it. Give me a word that, Chuck, give me a word that rhymes with crazy.
Fast.
Okay.
I don't know.
Alan, name it. Well, it wasn't something that rhymes, so you win. All right. Name the two teams in this year's Baseball World Series, Alan.
That would be the Washington State Cougars and the Washington Huskies.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Chuck, what country has a great stone wall running through it?
Alabama.
If you buy a dozen eggs, Alan, and one breaks in the car on the way home, how many good eggs do you have left?
A baker's dozen. You have 13.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, those are crickets. Yes, crickets.
Slap some bacon on a biscuit and let's go. We're burning daylight.
You're both winners. Congratulations.
It's the world of strange. A world gone wacky.
Out here, due process is a bullet.
And some of the scariest people on the planet.
I think you're bluffing. Be afraid. You know, you look mighty pretty when you get mad.
It's your odd news on KCHW.
Just sit back and enjoy the show.
Wrapping up the Friday edition of your morning show with some odd news. News attacks up first. First sentence true. Second sentence bad joke. And Alan Milani's on the top of our Hollywood squares and kicking it off.
You just said the Friday version of our show.
Did I? The Thursday version.
Now you're gonna throw me off for
tomorrow's
the rest of the day, Scott.
Friday. Yes, Thursday. Thursday. Hold on, I got the crickets.
Now I'm all weirded out.
It's Thursday. All right.
So the UK has a new prime minister. Bummer for that guy. Now he'll have no time to watch season 5 of The Crown.
Bummer. You know, did anybody notice besides me that the temporary UK, the gal, that she always had a big smile on her face like she was just at a party? She was always grinning ear to ear, like, I don't know. Okay, sorry.
Not a clue.
Not a clue. Chuck.
A study found that older men with low levels of the hormone testosterone may die sooner than other men their age with normal testosterone levels. Just one more reason to keep wrestling with Grandpa.
Huh. Or taking testosterone. All right.
Having trouble?
Yes.
Taking Worcestershire sauce.
Worcestershire sauce. I got it.
Yes.
I can do that. All right. According to, a source claims the next iPhone will have a titanium exterior and a crisp, crunchy, peanut buttery center.
That sounds good.
iPhone. You can eat it. Back to the top.
According to researchers, plants can count, make decisions, and recognize their relatives and remember events. So if you forget to water your plants, it's probably a good idea to lock your bedroom door at night.
Yeah,
especially if your plant is a creeping Charlie.
What are you saying about me? What'd you call me?
Creeping Charlie.
Wow.
Chuck.
Wow, Alan.
Can I interest you in a bell tone?
I'll take that as a compliment.
I like the fact you got him doing that laugh. So if the first part
It's been so long.
the first sentence is true, plants can count and make decisions and recognize relatives.
Yeah.
How do they prove that?
And remember events.
They give them a survey that they call them at lunchtime, at dinner time.
But here's the scary thing: what if plants are that smart and we just didn't know it?
We've been trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty.
Oh.
Well, you know, not plants, but there's a dog named Bunny. They're all over TikTok. But this dog named Bunny, they're working with this company to do these buttons that are on the floor that the dogs can use to communicate, that then have conversations with people. And the cognitive functions and abilities and reasoning skills of dogs, we're learning all kinds of new stuff about it, and it's way more than we could have ever possibly imagined. Like, they're capable of having conversations about their emotions and things going on. It's crazy.
It's you know, they're all over YouTube, and when I first started seeing them, I was wondering if they were fake. But after you've watched so many of them, you're like, wow, this is really a thing. And if you haven't seen it, and you're listening, there's a big pad that goes on your floor with buttons that say different things, and you kind of help your dog learn how to use it, and they'll tell you things, and it's creepy. And I've seen videos of cats doing it too. The one cat said, "I'm gonna trip you and kill you tonight."
That's not a surprise.
Wow.
We didn't need that to know that's what's on a cat's mind.
If you die and I'm in the house, I'm gonna eat your face. At least that's what Mooch says to me.
Well, I think cats and dogs have been plotting to take over the planet soon anyway.
But
well, there was one the other day where it had been foggy, and the dog told the owner that they were happy the fog was gone because the fog was making them sad, and now they're happy again because the fog is gone.
Oh.
So, like, seriously, the dogs get sad when the weather's bad, like us.
I've seen that before when my brother's dog, we were telling him that my sister was coming to visit, and it starts doing the circles around the house. And now there's a knock at the door, and the dog goes absolutely ballistic, right? And my brother opens the door, and it's the mailman, and the dog's immediately depressed and sits down, looks at the floor. And it's like, this isn't who I was looking for at all. Wow. Right, yeah. Fun stuff. I don't know where I think we're back to Chuck, aren't we?
Yeah. So after making multiple anti-Semitic remarks, Kanye West has been dumped by his Hollywood talent agency and his divorce attorneys. Turns out he's also been kicked out of the local Rotary.
You know what I also read? J.P. Morgan Chase, his bank, dropped him. Have you ever heard of a bank dropping a customer before?
Oh, because you're so disgusting that the bank won't even have you as a customer.
Right.
We don't like you. You can't bank here anymore. Huh. All right. U.S. Postal Service going to honor the late Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg with a stamp. Your face on a stamp is a high honor, almost as high as having your face tattooed on Adam Levine. Wow. He's got this of me on him. Left butt cheek. Watch for it.
Nice.
Wow.
Kind of like a game of Where's Waldo.
Yeah.
I'm not watching this video. I'm hoping you didn't just show your butt to the show.
Bonus for Facebookers. There you go.
Right.
All right, Alan.
U.S. we just read that one.
Yeah.
Researchers say that Tyrannosaurus Rex dinosaurs would not only eat other dinosaurs, but also each other.
Oh.
Kind of sounds like law school.
Good one. First one of the day.
Right. Yeah.
And Chuck, wrap up our news attack.
Yeah. Americans are quickly booking their Thanksgiving and Christmas travel flights. Yeah, so Americans can't stand to wait in long boarding lines, lose their luggage, and reconnect with relatives they can't stand.
It's the holidays.
Yay.
Yep.
Yay. All right, on to the world of wacky but true. We don't add any jokes to these. They're self-contained stupidity. And we're going to start off in Wisconsin, where Cheyenne Pearson called police in Eau Claire, Wisconsin, to complain about his neighbors, claiming they had assaulted him after he confronted them about being in the country illegally. But officers found that Pearson's story was unlikely. The neighbors worked nights and were asleep at the time he said they assaulted him. Well, okay, Pearson allegedly admitted the real problem is that he had cut the neighbor's newly installed internet connection because as illegals, he didn't feel they deserved internet.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Why did he think they were illegal? Because they didn't speak English. No, the officers assured him they are not illegal, and his admitted criminal damage to property was elevated to a felony because it was also a based on racial identity and a hate crime. So he got a felony for cutting internet.
Good.
Well deserved.
The guy sounds like a jerk.
Yeah.
So anyway, what you're saying, I'm the man, Whitey, and you guys are the victims of a tyrannical, racist, oppressive society.
That's right. There we go.
Man, that sucks.
Wow.
All right, Mr. Milani.
All right, I'll pick it up again. Authorities in Kentucky said one bovine remains on the loose after a herd of 11 escaped cows were spotted wandering a golf course. Members of the public are being urged not to approach the loose cow and to call 911 if it is spotted.
Why shouldn't you approach it?
I don't know.
I would be the first one to try to hug it.
Yes. Probably needs
I love cows.
What a cute cow. Cows are awesome.
Can't believe you've never been cow tipping before. Get ready to live.
I grew up before we moved to Alaska. We had a pet cow. Her name was Bossy. She was very sweet.
That's so original.
Loved being scratched with the rake.
Who doesn't?
Yeah. If you were standing out in the field with a rake in your hand.
Who doesn't? All right, Chuck, I think it's your turn.
All right. Police in Grand Rapids, Michigan, solved an ongoing rash of thefts. They say Ashley and Edward Trout had conducted a series of break-ins at commercial storage units, netting plenty of firearms, credit cards, tools, and other valuables. Who keeps their credit cards in their storage unit? That's weird. How were they led to the suspects? Because they used a stolen credit card from a storage shed to purchase items at the Tractor Supply store, and used the store's rewards card in Ashley's name to get points for the purchase.
Wow.
The store had surveillance videos showing the couple making the purchase.
Nice. I got this.
When you're married, you can do a lot of things deliberately.
Deliberately.
Wow.
All right, good to be married. All right, let's see. It's back to me. A business class Hawaiian Airlines passenger got kicked off a plane for what might be a first, ordering crew members not to look at her for the entire 9-hour flight from Sydney, Australia to Honolulu. That's right. She actually said, "Don't look at me."
What are you staring at?
Woman allegedly issued the strange demand after she herself stared down a flight attendant who had accidentally taken away her cocktail too soon.
What are you staring at?
The ornery mood started even earlier in the flight when attendants accidentally seated her in the economy cabin rather than the business class, which caused the passenger to verbally abuse staff members. Wow.
What are you staring at?
Why didn't you take a picture? It'll last longer.
According to the airline, the captain formed the view that the accused's erratic and disorderly behavior presented a risk to the safety of the aircraft, and she was arrested.
Wow.
How fun is that?
When are people going to learn to sit still and shut up on a flight? You will get kicked off and postpone the whole flight for everybody and have an entire plane load of people that hate you.
Exactly.
Yeah. Just shut up.
Yeah, what Chuck said.
Attention, idiots.
All right, last one, Alan Milani.
A suspected thief in Poland trying to help himself to convenience store goods instead wound up crying for help after becoming stuck in an air shaft for 10 hours. He really needed that Snickers bar. The man removed an air conditioning cover at a drugstore and tried to enter the store via the shaft, but became trapped. He claims he heard a cat in the vent and was trying to rescue it. Police were not impressed.
The old cat in the vent use. I've tried that one. It didn't work.
Let's see what Mr. Scotty from the Starship Enterprise has to think about this.
Aye, sir. Up your shaft.
Wow.
Wow. Scotty's really angry.
Up your shaft.
All right.
Up your shaft.
That's what you get for hiding in an air shaft looking for cats.
Get back here, Mooch.
Oh, man. Chuck, Richie, Alan, Wani, thank you for being here. That's our show for today. Big peace sign. Alan's got to go to work, and me and Chuck have some lazy stuff to do.
I'm going to put my mask on and have a little dance party. Do you want to come over, Scott?
Sure.
Yeah, let's do it.
And if anybody calls...
no, you got the wrong number. This is 912.
Yeah.
912.
Tomorrow, in honor of Boo Fest, it's going to be our big Halloween special. Because I don't work Mondays. So, Halloween fun, scary sound effects, and scariest person in town, Brandon Hansen. Yeah. Brandon rejoining the Friday morning show. So you got Brandon and Philip and myself and a little Halloween special tomorrow. So we hope you'll tune in for that. Happens right here at Northern Lights Public Radio. We are KCHW 102.7. Here you go, guys.
I got my 2 hands up. I surrender. Come and lock me up.
Yeah, have a great day. Keep on listening to Northern Lights Public Radio. We are KCHW 102.7, and you have a great day.
Bye, everybody.
The time is exactly 9 o'clock.
You're listening to Northern Lights Public Radio on 102.7 KCHW, Chewelah, Loon Lake, Clayton.
Your KCHW Morning Show, made possible by a donation from God-Fearing Brothers Auto Center.